it wasn't like things could be any worse after 2025. No. But Nancy and Stephanie Sidley are back with me for our ongoing New Year's party as we celebrate 2026 and look ahead to what is coming for the British royal family after a tumultuous year, and of course, the Montecito Moaners, the wannabe royals too. And Nancy and Stephanie, it's really difficult to see how Harry and Meghan are going to be able to turn things around, are going to be able to save things, are going to, let's be honest about this, stay solvent as deal after deal is dropped and they go from checks that are like 8, 9 figures to 6 figures if they're lucky.
I mean, it's scary as a royalist because then that's when desperation comes in.
Yes.
So I get very nervous, especially for the Wales family, because she has never been shy about saying that she never signed an NDA.
She has
emails, things like that. She also showed on Netflix, I think it was a bit of a threat, when she first did the Netflix documentary on Harry and Meghan, and she showed Harry sitting at Not Caught just eating chicken. That was to me, or him walking by with a cell phone, that to me was saying, I can take a picture on Kensington Palace property and put it out and no one can do anything. I mean, to me, that was a very private moment.
But also she actually took out her phone and looked at Harry and said, that's your brother.
Oh yeah, no. And then showing, I mean, that's basically why the family won't talk to him anymore.
That's your brother.
Yeah. So it scares me as a royalist and someone who cares about the survival of the monarchy. I think the monarchy will survive them.
Of course.
I mean, I think Prince William and Princess Catherine are the future. I think I think it's just going to be fantastic. I mean, we're going to always be around and we're going to always want to see, you know, another coronation and a wedding, another royal wedding we get to see one day. Goodness. I mean, it'll be so great. But it does scare me that the money's running out, and it scares me at the amount that he's getting. I can't say for sure, but it was in the low 6 figures for his speaking gigs,
which is not much. It's not much.
It's nothing. It's nothing.
Given the outgoings he has, like, of course, for a normal person, for me, it would be delightful. But for Harry, that is not much. I mean, that barely covers the security bill, barely covers the mortgage. And I think you have actually come to the nub of the issue for the British royal family, and specifically King Charles, because sources close to the monarch have told me for a very long time, actually, his biggest fear when it comes to Harry and Meghan is the money running out. His biggest fear is that his son returns with the begging bowl and he doesn't know what to do, because William, his other son, Prince William, who now runs the Duchy of Cornwall, is absolutely intransigent on this. He doesn't believe, just like I don't, that there's any reason or any way that the British royal family can justify giving private or public money to Harry and Meghan ever again after their treachery, after what they did. And I think Charles has real reason to fear that now, because can you see a big deal coming their way in 2026? Like, other than a sort of hodgepodge of little things?
No, I don't see anything coming, and that's what scares me. If as ever was going to be popular, it would have been during the holidays, and it's actually the sales are down. So that's very scary. I think if Harry needs to come back to the UK, and we've joked about this before, but now it's getting serious, there need to be like certain stipulations, like certain terms. I can't see a world where Harry goes back with her. I just can't. I mean, this is a guy who, they're on Zoom with Tyler Perry, and he gets a text message from his brother, and then he shows Meghan all on film, and then she tells Tyler Perry that he just got a message from his brother, and you hear Tyler Perry go, "Oh." So, I mean, madness. It's total madness, and it does hurt the monarchy. I mean, they have hurt the monarchy. I mean, first they tried to take down the monarchy. I mean, let's call a spade a spade.
Yes, they
that
did.
Oprah thing was trying to take them down. They wanted to paint them as racist, and they thought it was fashionable because it was during the George Floyd riots, and all the people with common sense, like you and us, we were like, wait a second, guys, this is ridiculous. We cannot cancel the royal family.
Yeah.
This is madness.
But
so
we also have offered Meghan Markle a ticket.
What?
To the Philippines.
Oh yeah, Stephanie tried to.
No, I did.
She tried to get her on a flight to the
100%.
Philippines.
I would have paid. I would have paid
I
overnight, first class flight, Meghan.
Money.
Yeah, our own money.
My own money.
You in the
to
Philippines.
actually fly her
Okay.
from LAX to Manila.
Yeah,
And she
won't return Stephanie's calls.
No, that's not the problem.
No.
I'm just saying, it's like, I have given her it's like, Meghan,
Okay.
it's cool.
The only redemption she would be capable of doing right now is just flying there and seeing her dad. But it's not going to happen. But that's the only redemption.
I'll pay for it.
We know that. We get it. Steph gets frustrated sometimes, but
I will.
Yeah.
No, I would have
don't
too.
see-
I just felt.
I
so
don't see
desperately
any
sorry for the
offers. I don't see any.
She doesn't respond.
I don't see any offers coming their way in 2026. I honestly think they have exhausted every single thing. They got here and they wanted to hit the ground running, and they're going to blame the pandemic, and they're going to blame her family, and they're going to blame his family, and they're going to blame, the economy. Then they're going to blame, well, Trump won and there's no more joy in the world, and nobody, everything is an excuse.
Get on a plane, Meghan.
Yes,
get on a plane.
But basically,
I'll pay for it.
Fame without talent expires after a while, and we're
Yes.
just seeing the expiration date, and it's just happening a lot faster. Maybe because of social media.
Well, yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I'm sorry. Look at the downfall of Michelle Obama, for example,
Yeah.
who has gone from being
right.
We get more views than her.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, she's
Yeah.
gone from being like the most beloved, this is the second coming, she'll be able to save the Democratic Party, she'll be able to save America, to huge deal with Netflix, huge publishing deal, every major establishment brand behind her, to talking about her unhappy marriage that she stays in. Oh, who does that sound like? On a podcast that no one is watching because something has changed. Something has changed in the culture. And I agree with you. That is what Harry and Meghan will blame it on. But indeed, they had every opportunity to come up with a hit, and they totally failed to do so. I think the other big thing that is going to happen, though, in 2026, which will be very devastating for Prince Harry, is the emergence of Prince George, the future Prince of Wales, the heir to the throne. And of course, we had that very big moment last year when he showed up, because William had been traveling back from COP, and I think he'd just got back. But actually, it fit the choreography perfectly for William to say, no, I'm going to have a night off, but my son is going to go in my place alongside Charles, who we know has ailing health, although at the end of last year, we did get some positive signs. The treatment at least will be reduced in 2026. But, and this is a grim thing to say, but remember, it all came from Prince Harry. He wants George to stay off the scene for as long as humanly possible, because Harry has been acutely aware that the moment that George emerges, his relevance is gone.
It's just like with Andrew. I mean, do we remember Andrew back in the day? No, we remember the Prince of Wales, and then William. I mean, he knows his days are numbered. So pulling these stunts on, just Colbert and other stupid things isn't going to work. And again, that's why things scare me, because we love Prince George, and we can't wait to see where this future is going to take him. And we have this woman and this desperate shell of a man in the wings who have no money, no prospects, they're just waiting for something to happen. I mean, these people didn't even care that Prince Philip was on his deathbed before they're calling the royal family racist. What do you think they'll do to I was about to say King George, Prince George? What do you think they're going to do to him? I mean, it's absolutely terrifying. They're going to probably do something with the kids. They'll probably try to monetize the kids because they are Harry Meghan's kids. They're going to try to monetize something with the prince and princess. And that's what I don't understand, Dan. Why can't King Charles just nip this thing in the bud with taking these titles away, at least from the kids?
Well, he could.
Just the titles.
He
I
could.
mean, I don't understand.
Should.
They're in America. There's no reason for it.
Strip it.
They don't need titles in America. That's not how it works. I can only imagine what that poor private school has to go through.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
if she gets announced when she comes into a room when there's only one person.
The Duchess of Sussex.
I mean, can you imagine what she must?
Meghan the Cruel.
No, but what?
Meghan
That's going to go down right as one of the most cringeworthy moments
Imagine
of
what she
2025.
tells her the teachers to address the kids at. I mean, it's probably weird.
100%. I mean, guys, I keep seeing them as like Michael Jackson's children.
Yeah.
I see that sort of weird existence for them where they're in the public domain, but then they're oddly protected. Do you remember Michael Jackson used to, cover part of their faces with masks, for example? I know there's a lot of Michael Jackson fans out there, and maybe his children seem to have come out of this actually in an okay state, which is
fans.
Yeah,
I think they came
and in
out
some ways
okay,
it's
but it's
quite
so weird.
surprising. But you understand what I'm saying, right? It's that sort of like, we want them to be famous, we don't want them to be famous, we're going to use them as props at times, we're not going to use them as props at times. It's really concerning because it's difficult to see how they don't come out of this as very mucked up individuals, and yet they remain in the line of succession. Now, obviously, they could immediately be removed until Meghan Markle proved that she actually gave birth to those children legitimately. That's the first thing that could happen. But Charles did prove that he is prepared to take quite radical action. And I think at least to begin with, even if we put the line of succession to one side, at least to begin with, he could use the same letter patent, which within minutes was able to remove the princely title and the Duke of York title from Andrew, Mountbatten, Windsor. And that could be done for Harry, that could be done for Meghan, that could be done for Archie, that could be done for Lily. Now, my belief, ladies, is that once William comes to the throne, it will also be done to Beatrice and Eugenie too. And I know there's a divide on that, but I think William thinks we're not getting bang for our buck out of those two. The risk is not worth the reward. Why leave them as princesses when in 20, 30 years' time, they could be following the same path as their parents? So it's tough in lots of ways, but this all could be done sooner. And I just wish Charles would not leave all of this to William, to be honest.
This opening is quietly explosive. The claim that Meghan never signed an NDA should alarm anyone who cares about the future stability of the monarchy. Emails, photos, private moments, digital receipts. That's leverage. When someone repeatedly reminds the public, "I never signed an NDA," that isn't transparency, it's a warning shot. And with 2025 already described as catastrophic, the implication is clear: things can still get worse. This is where the real fear kicks in. Not anger. Not resentment. Desperation. As deals collapse from 8- and 9-figure expectations down to low 6 figures, the Sussex brand is shrinking fast while their expenses remain elite level. Security. Mortgages. Staff. Legal bills. This is how reckless decisions are born. And this is why royal insiders are nervous, not just for Harry and Meghan, but for William, Catherine, and their children. The Netflix footage is key. Harry filmed eating chicken, walking with his phone. Private, domestic moments broadcast without consequence. The message wasn't subtle. I can film inside royal spaces and no one can stop me. When Meghan films Harry receiving messages from William and narrates it, that isn't documentary storytelling. That's weaponized intimacy. And that, insiders say, is why the family no longer speaks freely to Harry at all. This is the real crisis for King Charles. Not interviews. Not memoirs. Not documentaries. The money running out. Sources close to the king say his greatest fear is Harry returning not for reconciliation, but with a begging bowl. And William, now controlling the Duchy of Cornwall, is said to be immovable. No public money. No private bailouts. Not after what they did. This isn't coldness. It's consequence. Here's the brutal assessment of 2026. No big contracts. No major platforms. No rescue deals. Even their supposed holiday season project flopped when it should have peaked. That tells you everything. The Sussex brand has hit saturation and rejection. Let's stop pretending. The Oprah interview was not about healing. It was an attempted institutional takedown. Timing it during peak racial unrest wasn't accidental. Calling the family racist while Prince Philip was dying wasn't collateral damage, it was calculated. And the public, contrary to expectation, didn't follow. That moment didn't cancel the monarchy. It cancelled trust in Harry and Meghan. This line cuts to the bone. Fame without talent expires. The Sussexes had unlimited goodwill, global platforms, massive budgets, and still failed to produce a single enduring hit. Blaming the pandemic, the media, family, politics doesn't work anymore. The culture has changed and the audience has moved on. This is psychologically devastating for Harry.
It would be easier on Harry's kids if they didn't grow up thinking they had these titles. And, I feel bad for Beatrice and Eugenie, but sometimes you got to take one for the team. They're still going to be rich. They're still going to be famous. They're still going to be, fine. Nothing bad will happen to them.
Well, and they would be free as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That they would be free to go and make your money.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea if they strip it. And that way, Meghan and Harry can't say later, well, how come they didn't strip the girls?
And they can't
they do
say
that?
this
You
is
can't give them
racism.
any ammunition. You can't give them any ammunition.
Let's get to the point.
Steph, if you
Get
say.
to the point, man. No one wants Meghan and Harry to have titles.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah. No one does.
Yeah.
Hard
Okay. That's the
agree.
last time Stephanie drinks a mimosa before we film.
Yeah, but it's
the
a new
last
year.
time.
It's a new year party.
She
Drink
was
away.
I thought we were doing this. I thought we were having champagne.
She
I love
popped
it.
champagne this morning.
Oh my
I did
God.
for you, Dan.
I wish I had now. I'm super jealous.
Wait, I thought that's what we were doing.
She's like, I thought it was a party.
No, it is. It is. I'm just partying without the booze, but I love it. Now,
Oh, dear.
can we just also talk about the way that Charles is going to have to navigate this year? Because, you've got to feel for him in lots of ways because he's still got his treatment. He's somehow got to get Andrew out of Royal Lodge, deal with all of that, work out, is he actually trying to have some type of reunion with Harry and Meghan, or does he want to keep them totally out of it? But then he's got William, his eldest son, operating effectively a second court. William wants to be seen as regent, where he is making the most important decisions about the British royal family, because he's saying, well, look, I'm thinking about the future and preparing for this big modernization project. Is there a way that you think Charles can wrestle back control of the British royal family this year, which was certainly, I think, behind his decision to say, no,
I think that statement that he
Feeling
gave
better.
was his way of maybe trying to get the control back and trying to get the narrative back by saying everything's going well. He's never been specific about the treatment he gets or what kind of cancer he has. It didn't happen the way it did with Princess Catherine, where it was like super aggressive. We have no idea what happened, but I really do feel that this was his way of maybe saying, I get it. I've been a little soft, but I'm taking control of the family. Things are going to change in the new year. Get ready. He's coming to America in the spring, which is exciting, and that'll put smiles on everybody's faces. So maybe he's just going to try to be more assertive, because the last couple of years he hasn't. But that's not his fault. I mean, he's battling cancer, and we don't know what kind or what's going on. But I love King Charles, and I love Queen Camilla, and I think they do so much great for this country. But I really do think that they need to put the hammer down at some point.
Indeed. And then we also have Harry and Meghan trying to get into the film business in 2026. Yeah. And I know you both have a lot to say about this, so I'm looking forward to that prediction. Cookie Queens. I mean, the thing I was just so shocked about this, okay, it's going to be this documentary that premieres on Sundance. Look at that. So that was a picture that Meghan Markle posted on her Instagram story the same day that she was campaigning against children being able to use social media. Ladies, that's a whole load of 5 to 12-year-old girls who she is putting out there on her Instagram story. Like, seriously, does she understand the hypocrisy?
No. I don't think she understands anything. I think she was looking for something that was already admitted into the Sundance Film Festival.
I'm going to say this. Holy inappropriateness.
Okay, all right. We know
that is insane.
Okay, but I think Meghan was
having girls with short skirts after the Balenciaga.
Yeah,
I know. It's disgusting, right?
Yes.
Having Balenciaga.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
we get it.
With the kids.
We get it.
Yeah, and then you have little girls in short skirts.
Okay, we get it.
And they're called Cookie Queens.
We get that. We get that.
Who they are plastering all over social media at the same time as they say that children should be banned from social media. I mean, they are nuts.
Australia.
I think Meghan was looking to attach her name to something that was already admitted into a festival. These people, the fact that in her statement she said the documentary, they saw the footage of the documentary, means they didn't need their money. This documentary came to them.
They just watched
and
it.
Wanted
they
their
had
titles.
nothing to do with it.
They had nothing to do with it. They wanted to attach their titles to this.
Yeah.
And then this whole Doria as her troop leader thing, that I was waiting for Meghan to post it, because listen, if Sussex Squad posts stuff, there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, they make up fake Photoshop pictures all the time of Meghan and her mom. And there's nothing I can do about it. But if Meghan reposts a fake picture, then you can get her on that. And she posts a picture of somehow Doria inserted into this Girl Scout and this troop leader thing. And so I did a little digging, and there is not one picture. I mean, there is not one picture of Doria. They say that no credible source can find that picture and say that it's reputable, that actual picture that she reposted. So Meghan is so delusional at this point. She's reposting stuff the Sussex Squad makes. Pictures. That's not a real picture. That's not a real picture.
What about Catherine and William this year? What are you predicting? What do you think their priorities will be?
I think Prince William is going to just keep doing what he's doing with his, his stance on wanting to eradicate homelessness is amazing to me. But just sort of be, but also just kind of be the father of the nation and put everyone at ease. He has this way that the late Queen had, where she sort of put not only the UK and the Commonwealth, but the whole world at ease. Like, oh, okay, we're going to be okay. Something that King Charles, I think, wanted to do. I love him too, but wanted to do, but unfortunately, because of the timing, he had been the Prince of Wales for so long, we didn't see him as that father role. But I think Prince William is going to be doing more of that. And I gotta say, Princess Catherine, she's just killing it. She is killing it. She's asserting herself. She's asserting herself as the mother of the future king. Yeah. I mean, she is showing like, look, I am getting this boy ready and I am going to be the queen mom one day. And look at me. I mean, she's fantastic. And she's also the most beautiful woman in the world. I mean,
but also we're actually like going against like, it's like these Bondi Beach. You know,
why are we bringing up
doing
Bondi Beach?
No, I'm saying
Rob Reiner. Why are we bringing that up?
No, I'm just saying there's so much darkness now that she's
saying actually, there's so much darkness now that they bring
that
light.
She brings the light.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. I agree. And actually, God, there's we need some of that. And it's one of the reasons why the royal family has been so important through the years. Because, of course, when there are those tragic moments, those tragic incidents, which unfortunately we have seen, that is where the British royal family are meant to stand above politics. And
that's their
in some
job.
ways, 100%. Yeah. And that has been the danger of Harry and Meghan. It has been the danger of Andrew and Fergie. And I think that's why William knows that actually there does have to be serious change. And I think his view, even though I've been sort of very much opposed to a stripped back, streamlined royal family, I think that is his view, that actually the way to avoid the royal family being damaged is to do that. But look, what a romp of a New Year party we have had. The Sidley twins, congratulations on your 2025. Hitting 100,000 subscribers. Was that a highlight for you?
Oh, it's so fun.
You know what? Our highlight is every time we're on your show, Dan.
That's Dan, you did this for us.
Yes,
so
thank you.
I so did not. Yeah. You're amazing. But it was so exciting. One of my highlights in 2025 was to have the Sidley twins of Twin Talks on Outspoken for the first time. And I love you both so much. Thank you.
But you're engaged.
And I'm
engaged.
That's
a highlight.
I know. I've got to mention that. Or my fiance will be very annoyed.
I know. Your fiance. We're sending you a little gift.
All right. Okay. No more Asti Spumante for Stephanie.
No, go and drink up. Enjoy the rest of the day. Mwah, love you lots. We will be back live with you in the new year. That is the Sidley twins. Make sure you subscribe to their amazing YouTube channel.
The rise of Prince George marks the exact moment Harry becomes irrelevant, just as Prince Andrew once did. Harry knows it. He's admitted it. The more George appears, the faster Harry fades. That's why insiders say the Sussexes become most dangerous when they feel forgotten. The discussion around stripping titles is no longer fringe. The argument is simple. American children don't need British titles. Titles become monetization tools. The risk now outweighs the reward. There is growing pressure for Charles to act, not emotionally, but structurally, before William inherits the problem. Delay only increases the damage. The comparison to Michael Jackson's children isn't casual, it's unsettling. Visible, then hidden. Protected, then displayed. Private, then monetized. This inconsistency is what alarms critics. Children should not be branding assets. And yet, everything in the Sussex ecosystem eventually becomes one. The legal mechanism exists. Titles can be removed swiftly via letters patent. It's already been done before. The argument now is not can it be done, but why it hasn't been done yet. Many believe Charles is postponing a decision William will be forced to make. King Charles is navigating cancer treatment. Andrew and Royal Lodge. Harry and Meghan. A future king already operating as regent in waiting. The view expressed here is sympathetic, but firm. Compassion without authority creates chaos. 2026 may be the year Charles finally asserts control. This segment is damning. Campaigning against children on social media while posting images of young girls to millions is hypocrisy, plain and simple. Attaching royal titles to a project they didn't fund. Reposting unverified images. Amplifying fan-made content as fact. This isn't strategy anymore. It's loss of judgment. In contrast, William and Catherine offer stability, dignity, quiet authority. Catherine's presence is described not as celebrity but reassurance. That's the role the monarchy survives on. And it's exactly what Harry and Meghan abandoned. Once controversial, now pragmatic. A streamlined monarchy reduces risk, scandal, freeloading. William understands this. Not because he's ruthless, but because he's thinking long-term. Now it's your turn. Do you believe Harry and Meghan are running out of money and options? King Charles should strip the titles now? The children are being set up for future exploitation? William is already acting as regent in everything but name? Comment below, say what the media won't, like if this breakdown needed to be said, subscribe for fearless royal commentary, share with someone still defending the Sussex narrative. Agree or disagree, but don't stay silent.